In this video, we're going to focus on our spider and get that set up. Right now, our moss giant is in a good space, in a good spot, and we're going to revisit the moss giant when we get to the attack and damage section of the course. In the meantime, let's go ahead and focus and set up our other enemies. We're going to set up our spider. Head over to your sprites folder and hop into your characters, go into your spider, and inside here we have our idle and our walk animations. We're going to do both of these animations. So for the idle, make sure you set your sprite mode to multiple. This is going to be a 256 by 256 sprite. So pixels per unit is 256. The sprite editor needs to be opened. We're going to slice grid by cell size 256 by 256. Hit slice, and now we have equal squares. Hit apply. Once that's finished, X out, and we can do the next one. Now, I apologize in advance if you are an arachnophobe, because the spider is gruesome. It is very well polished and very well animated, so I apologize in advance. For the spider walk, we're going to do the exact same thing. Pixels per unit is 256, sprite mode is multiple, open up the sprite editor, apply the settings. We're going to slice by grid size, grid by cell size, 256 by 256. Make sure the boxes are even. Hit apply, and we're good to go. All right, now that we have our spider idle set up, what we can do now is we can simply take the first frame and place it in the scene. So now where do we want to position this? We're going to position this in the left corner of the screen here. So here's our player. And basically, if you were to come over here to the left side, our spider is going to roam this area, this little platform here. So I'm going to take the first sprite, I'm going to place it in here, just going to place it there. The order in layer needs to be with the others, which is 50. And as you can see here, we can rename this to spider enemy. And right now it's super tiny. So one of the things we're going to want to do here is one, let's go ahead and position it on the ground a bit. And then let's go ahead and increase it by about 2 by 2 by 2. You can see here that's much bigger. So I think that's actually going to be okay. If we run our game, we can actually go walk over to it and see how it looks. So let's go ahead and let's walk over here. All right, we are almost there. We just want to make sure that the scaling of this guy is proper. And here we go. So that spider looks good. I'd say 2 by 2 is good. If we want to, we can maybe go for a 2.5 by 2.5. Possibly a 3 by 3. And let's see here. I'd say a 3 by 3 is good. We do want this to be a pretty big spider. So a 3 by 3 should be good. All right, so go ahead and stop playing on the spider enemy, set the scale to be 3 by 3 by 3. And then we need to put this inside of a parent object, because remember, we want to keep the sprite render and the animations of this very clean and organized. So we're going to create a new empty game object by Control-Shift-N. And from here, we're going to call this enemy spider. We're going to place our sprite inside of the enemy spider, and we're going to rename it to sprite. Once we've done that, we need to zero out the position. Now, it's very important that your parent object is at 0, 0, 0. So we want to basically take this sprite, remove it from the parent, zero this out, and then put the sprite inside of this enemy spider. Once we've done that, we can zero out the sprite. That's so that we can have total control in world space of where this spider is. What we can do now is we're going to position it back over into this corner, focus in on it using the F key, and we can drag it up to where we'd like it. So right about here. All right, so our position is spider is positioned at -48 and about 1.8 on the Y. And for the most part, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's good. We may want to bring it down just a bit more. So about 1.76 on the Y. Okay, that sets up our spider, and in the next video we will go through the animations.